You know, they had that in that movie, Will Smith's movie,
Hancock.
yeah, Hancock.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, frankincense and myrrh smells fantastic. Oh, the cognac. Who got cognac? Got that fine shit. I might kill that later. Okay, where was I? Alright, we went over DBA. I guess it's time for, see, now, they had this for 10 to 11. How can I do all this in an hour and a half?
I was very helpful.
Wow. Alright, EINs. What you want me to talk about EINs about? What y'all need on the EIN?
Well, how to tie it into a CPN.
So I have a question about.
How to tie in a CPN?
Yeah.
And is the EIN the only one that you need, the 98 number? Like once
You cannot do any commerce with a 9A. It won't accept it. I'm telling you, go out and try. You know what's going to come back? It has no history. Can't be found. Their system will not accept a 9A because it's foreign. It can never ever be in commerce in the U.S. That is a number for United States of America. Got it? It is without the United States. So, y'all need to get a EIN as the estate.
Boom.
Or you go get a CPN, which is a number you just make up. Right? And then you get a profile, a credit profile. How you get a credit profile is you go apply for some credit. I don't care if they turned you down. If they turn you down, that's what activates the number.
Use it, what about waiting too, and then you use it at home?
See, you're going to use it forever. You build your credit with it. What? See, you got to understand, there's no history on the number, right? So even if you use the estate number, they can't find no history in the United States on their number, right? So you go down to Sprint, Staples, Home Depot. I don't care where you go. I don't care if you get it, the credit card, or not get the credit card. You're still fulfilling what you need to fulfill, right? So you go down there, and let's say they give you a $200 limit. I tell y'all, guaranteed to get the credit limit. Why don't y'all just take the estate EIN or the CPN and go get a secured credit card. Give them the $200, you're guaranteed to get the credit, and boom, 6 months, boom, they got a perfect paydex score. Also make sure you register it with Dun & Brad so they can keep the credit profile and it becomes permanent. Now, you're going to build it up so much that you go get a car, right? And when you go for the car, I should be telling y'all this shit. Come on, sign all the documents, last name, first name, middle name. It is the creditor side. We found that you don't ever receive a bill.
Really?
Okay, let's get it.
We find that you never receive a bill. Sound like discharge from the beginning to me.
So when you no statement, no nothing.
No statement, no nothing. What they will do is try to call your ass. Now y'all supposed to know y'all ain't supposed to conduct business over the phone, right?
But interact.
Everything, it gotta be in writing or it never happened.
So then you get a dead number and just let them call. If they don't ever answer, just go get a
Should
Google number.
I would want to answer. They call and I'd be like, who you looking for? Oh, we looking for Jonah John Scott. Nigga, my name is Palmer, Jonah John. All right, you have a nice day. Hang up. Never hear from him again. Sound like a free car to me. I ain't talking out of my ass. This is actually real. 5 people so far. We was cussing, Akeem was cussing someone out on his radio show because he gave it to one person and they just effed it all up. That's what he was talking about this week. The guy put on that UCC shit. We like, why are y'all always putting someone other shit on our information? Stop putting that public shit on our shit. So you know what happened? When it was going to be processed, it couldn't be processed because he said he didn't want a contract. That's what all rights reserved, or UCC 2-07 or 308, 1-308, right? So since it wasn't fully processed, he fucked up getting the car for free. Now here's the funny thing. The bank tried to send a guy out there to repo the car. So the cops come. Cops was like, man, this is a matter for court. You can't tow that car. It's a civil matter. You can't tow that car. Don't you know they kept on calling this nigga turned in the car? And then had the nerve to call us, yo, how do I sue him? I said, motherfucker, if you don't get off my fucking phone, you think I'm gonna tell you anything else, you stupid ass? Who told you to put that shit on there? You can't follow directions. I'm not teaching you nothing else. And I'm like, why the hell would you want to sue for something that you gave to them? They couldn't get it back. They couldn't sue you. What was they going to write in the lawsuit? Would they reveal the truth? They can't say he stole it. You know what I mean? The cops already said that no tow truck driver could come and get it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, y'all gotta change y'all's mind because y'all are wavering in your thoughts. Universe made it happen for him, and he fucked it all up. Jonah don't do that. Like, Jonah, if I was like him, I would have questioned, how the hell you giving me this $308,000 car for $20,000? Show me how you doing it. Just fuck it all up. I don't care. Can you bring me 5 more? That's what I say. No. You want to question God on how God creates. That means you have no faith. Y'all got to understand, God is within you. So if you're questioning what you asked the universe to produce and question how was it possible, you have no faith in God. If you're questioning how you have faith in God and it protects you from this system, then you have no faith in God and you're not protected. God is within. It even tells you in the Bible, if you're looking for the Creator, go within. If you study the words of Yahshua, he always talked about everything being within. If you want to know about what's out in space, go within. You want to understand people, go within. You want to know what true love is, go within. You can't love no one without loving yourself. So this is why I'm saying, like, I need serious people. I can't fuck with people like that no more. It's driving me crazy. Then I gotta figure out how to get them out of that shit. I don't know. I don't fuck up like that. If I fuck up a new way. And I say, I'm never gonna do that again. Right? But they keep on finding new ways to fuck up. I'm like, I don't know. What the like? God is within me. I didn't say I was the creator of every goddamn thing. I don't know how to fix that. I ain't never been through that. And don't have the time and don't want to fix it. Personally, I say, yo, you didn't need that business. Obviously, you didn't need that Benz because you would still have it. You know? $170,000 car. That nigga just literally handed it back. I'm heated. Hey, nigga, you know what I could do with $170,000 car? You know how many? No, I would have went and did a title pawn and got at least 100,000 and did some commerce. I'd have bought about 2 dispensaries. You know what I mean? See, if you got a $170,000 car free and clear with the title, you ain't got no car no more. That's called an asset. You know what you can do with assets? When I tell y'all I don't really be having mad cash like that, but I got assets. I own everything. So the minute I want to go do any type of transaction, I take the Bentley and the title down there to the title pawn, get the cash that day, and go open up my business. Right? Business start doing great. And what I do? Pay off the goddamn, now I got the business and the car. Y'all gotta learn how to do that shit. See, poor people don't have assets. Rich people have all their money being cars. But y'all were taught cars ain't no asset. It's the type of cars y'all got. It's what y'all doing. Y'all don't never own a car. Y'all never have the title. You know what I mean? You got the title. So if you can do that with a car. What can you do with the house title or the title to your illegas? Don't you know the same transaction can be done overseas? China is dying for you to lend them some of the proceeds in your illegas. And so is Africa. Y'all don't know about that shit. Eventually, I'm going to take y'all there. I just got to figure out how to get the full cash out of it. Like I said, we got to create foundations and shit like that to be able to pull the assets because public people can't get private money. And believe me, when I figure it out, I'm probably only going to take a handful, and y'all niggas ain't never going to see Jonah Bey again. I'm gone. Nah, I'm lying. Y'all going to see me on stage. I'm going to do stand-up comedy. I got to do something for it. It ain't going to be for a living. It's going to be for me to have shit to do and sneak my teachings in through comedy. I'm still keep on teaching. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do it for comedy. Like, you know.
But you got to do it way private because the Illuminati ain't never going to let you do it.
I'm going to do it right in the open, but it's going to be, y'all better be able to catch the jokes. It's going to be in there. You know what I mean? Right. It's going to be, listen, the best way to hide is plain sight. So it's only going to, most people ain't going to understand I'm teaching. Only the people that can grasp it is going to grasp it, and it's going to work that way. Alright, so EIN, y'all know what y'all gonna do with that and how to establish credit with that. And listen, everyone in here is supposed to master that. It's part of the way to be private. You need that because you ain't supposed to be, listen, every time you use a social, it's their shit, it's not yours. That's a trust number. Anything you put inside that trust number belongs to them until you go back and collect all the proceeds that's in that trust. And you can't do that without going to the CAFR accounts down at the county. We ain't went nowhere close to doing that remedy yet.
Can you put a 98 in a 98?
Of course you can.
Okay, thank you.
Your original, like, y'all get more than 198 number. All y'all need to do is put your original 98 numbers responsible and get you another 98 number. You don't have to go through all the trouble of getting the 98 no more. They automatically give you another 9-8 if you put the 9-8 as a responsible. So if you get the 9-8 for your kids, put yourself as a responsible party for their 9-8.
Because it's foreign from the start.
Right. Y'all supposed to know that because in commerce, the parent company, whatever the parent company has, the company you make after that has it. Credit, all that, right? All right, so I went over.
I get confused with the word estate. I mean, it's used so many different ways. what is the
Okay,
estate process?
when I say the word estate EIN, I'm literally talking about you going online. Hold on. The best way is to show you.
That's good.
Hell with explaining. I'm here to show.
Speaking of which,
Oh,
Will's code, you wanna come up?
Will's Code of Sales, and what about?
Are we still doing those?
John, you way beyond what I've taught all of them in the public. Don't bring that shit up. That was for y'all, not.
How do you spell it?
No. To answer your question, yes to you, no to everyone else.
And mine got stolen?
Because he has more. He was there when I was developing all this.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's stuff that they changed in the law. Y'all can't do it.
You can't do it anymore?
They can. You know, how they gonna do that? The DOT going all that shit. Why I'm gonna teach them something they can't use?
What if you got a DOT number during that time?
Then I could teach you, but it don't apply to 90% in here. So why would I go over that?
Probably.
You'd have to get with someone privately. You know what I mean? Where was I? What was I about to talk about?
Estate.
Yeah, you want to know about the state.
But do you need ID with your estate EIN when you?
I got an ID for every illegist that I do commerce with.
What's it look like?
IDP.
I'll show you one right now. I'll pass around the room like a blunt.
Where is it?
So y'all already know the rules. Puff, puff, pass. Y'all got about 20 seconds and y'all pass it around so everyone can see it.
Have two of every one.
Jonah Bey is a real illegist. I do all types of debate cards, all that shit in there. I created my own straw man that I control that's never been in their system. That's actually a driver's license. Not that I use it to drive, but you know, you gotta do all types of commerce. When I want to go to the liquor store and get my liquor, I gotta show some damn ID. When I'm in the bar drinking, I gotta show some ID, right? Well, you know I ain't gonna be carrying no straw man, right? So I had to get my own illegals that I created with the proper credentials to be able to conduct commerce. You see what I'm saying?
So you just created it for yourself.
I created it for my private use. You know what I mean? I use for everything. I do not present myself in public as Jonah. The only one that exists is Jonah Bey. Unless I'm getting on an airplane. The only time Jonah Scott comes out. You see what I'm saying? That's when I present my birth certificate.
Speaking of the airplane,
Yeah.
that's to use that as a travel document because I heard someone use it.
I use my birth certificate.
For what?
Yusef L uses his birth, he learned it from me.
When you say
He couldn't even get on a plane before that.
with the ownership documents or
Just my birth certificate.
just
It's in law. I did a show where they came out with the law that said anyone that doesn't have a state license will have to use either their passport or birth. And don't worry, I'm going to show y'all how to get the passport and the passport card. So y'all won't even need that if y'all choose not to. You know what I mean?
You got that finally.
Yeah.
Did you get it with an N on it?
I've been saying that working on it means, if I said I'm working on it, that means I already know how to do it. Did I do it yet is the question. And if I didn't do it, I won't do it. I won't give it to y'all. But once I do it, then I give it to y'all because I can say, I'm not just the president, I'm also a client.
Does it have the N?
Huh?
Does your passport have the N?
Man, they will not put the N on it no more, but yes, it's there. And the injunction is completely connected to it.
So you'll show us how to connect the injunction to it?
I ain't showing you today. That's the super injunction. I'm doing a webinar on there. I gotta make some money. Tune in to the webinar.
Okay, so where did you have these IDs made then?
I offered it to y'all on the radio months ago. Only 2 people.
Okay.
jumped on it. See, I use that to open up my bank accounts as my own trustee. Foreign trustee. You gotta show foreign ID to open up a foreign ID bank account and it be foreign.
Okay, so is that an IDP?
No,
Hey, what shows up when you scan it?
Dominican Republic.
I was gonna say this.
So do I need to go down there together?
Good chance. I mean, you could try. You got bread.
Okay, how do I get it, Jonah? Just cut to the chase.
I never heard you.
Yes, I did. I even talked about. I told y'all to read the book, The Paper Trip 1, 2, and 3. Y'all don't listen to all the shows.
Can we all just give you $50 more right now?
Every show I drop a crazy remedy. And the people who catch it were supposed to catch it, the people who don't. That's why y'all gotta go back and study. The ancestors just give me shit and I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I tell y'all, I don't hold it back. And if you don't understand it, then I do a webinar on it. So it sounds to me like y'all want me to do a webinar on those.
Yeah.
We just give $50 right now?
Oh, it costs $1,000.
Went that way.
Sir, you're not a citizen of the Dominican Republic?
According to Jonah Bey is.
Yeah, but.
Jonah Bey is an illegist. I'm a citizen of my body. I don't know what my real name is because that's the type of information that is left behind. You don't know your true name. Every spirit has a true name. We don't know that name. Not while we're in the body. When you die, you'll remember your real name. But you don't know your real name while you're in the body. So, I live in this body right now. So, but Jonah Bey is a legist out of the Dominican Republic. True form to the United States.
Is that the only country you gotta set it up at?
I got about 5, tell you the truth. I did the Jay-Z shit. He said I got 5 passports, so I ain't never going to jail, so I followed suit. You don't know who Jay-Z? Beyonce Jay-Z? Alright, where my shit back?
It's going around.
That nigga don't know how to. You know it's always someone in the cypher that don't be acting right. They didn't even pay for the wig, and they want to hold it too long. They don't know how to do puff pass. He had it like more than 20 seconds. What was the question?
What other countries besides the Dominican would be good ones to use to do to get our?
Anyone that is outside of the Hague Convention. Yeah. Any other questions on that?
Did you get one from Nicaragua?
Oh, I got several from them.
Yeah.
That was the first one I got was Nicaragua. You know, I like that word nigga. So that's the first one I went for.
Isn't there any people that you can't drive in Nicaragua?
Huh?
Yeah, under the IDP, Nicaragua is the only place you can't drive.
That's the only place I can't drive. That's why I got another country for when I go to Nicaragua. And no matter where I'm at, I'm going to use a different one for where I'm at. I ain't using the one from there. Right.
Foreign.
I'm foreign everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
You the man.
No, that's that shit in every spy movie you see that shit.
Double agent.
I don't care what it is. Every spy movie, they open up the shit and you see all them different passports. Y'all didn't get the hint?
Yeah.
How many times I gotta show you that shit? Be foreign. Them niggas is foreign everywhere. I'm just saying. Alright, so
You were working on a
Hey,
state.
Jonah Bey shit don't work, huh?
no, it don't work. But this ain't my shit. I say this 1,000,000 times and they still want to give me credit. When have I ever personally showed you my own shit? This shit come from them. You know, it really ain't mine. But they want to give me credit, fuck it. The 48 Laws of Power says, take credit for other people's work. So I guess I'm good at that shit. Even though I say it ain't mine, but you know, shit, I'll take it. Yes, Mary, I'm about to do the super injunction and show y'all how to get the passport as the national. It will tie into your super injunction, you will be on the do not detain in all 50 states.
Hey, at what age do you do your daughter, like your kids?
Whoa.
Cause I want
Well,
to get a passport for my daughter. She's
if she getting a passport, you do that shit now.
well, I got a 6-month-old and I got a 6-year-old. So
I just did the 3-year-old.
okay.
I even went through, like I said, I put down no, not a U.S. citizen on all the paperwork that we did in the hospital, right? Now, them motherfuckers created a birth certificate, even though I said I ain't no contract and all that. They did it anyway. See, they gotta do it because they need a bond for the public, right? I knew they was gonna do it. And it says, baby girl Scott. Now, they didn't want to give that shit up. We forced them to give that shit up. They gave it up. First thing we did, we sent it off to Britain and got her passport as a British citizen, right? Then we came back here and used the British passport to get the one here because they was like, yo, you gotta have the birth certificate, social, all that shit. I ain't giving you up shit. She is already put down as a national. She's not a U.S. citizen, never was. Even when she born, her nationality came out United States of America. Because of, I put everything as not a U.S. citizen. I enlist myself as a U.S. citizen, and her damn mama damn sure ain't no U.S. citizen. She from Britain, right? I'm gonna show y'all how to, like I said, when I'm telling y'all it's all about not being a U.S. citizen, I'm not talking out my ass. I'm gonna show the laws, and I've done it already. So when I hold back remedy, it's because I'm waiting to do it myself, so I could say, you know, because you know what I noticed? All these people we having seminars, shit like that, or webinars, and people like, have you done it? Motherfuckers get to stuttering. Oh, nigga, so you just experimenting with me. Well, Jonah don't experiment with y'all. I experiment with me and my family. And then I come back and tell y'all the results. You know what I mean? So this ain't no experiment. It's real shit.
I got one, John.
Yes.
I had a home birth, and
Right.
did an affidavit of proof of live birth.
Yup.
Put the
Did you put it in newspaper?
I haven't put it in.
You got to.
Okay.
The newspaper is how you're going to translate it to public, and then that public record will be able to get her passport.
So put that affidavit in there for 4 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to announce it.
All right. Then do I take that down to the county? Put it in the record?
They will put it in the county record for you, the newspaper. Newspaper is absolute proof of any and everything.
Just like the DBA.
Public notice, yes. DBA, that's why DBA is so important. It's put in the newspaper for 4 weeks.
When I called the newspaper in Hawaii, because I did 2 notices, they acted like they didn't know what an affidavit of proving they had run it was. And so I still haven't gotten that.
The newspaper?
Well, I ran it publicly, so I have 2 different newspapers.
The newspaper gives you the affidavit.
Right, but they wouldn't give me one. I'm still trying to get an affidavit from them in Hawaii.
You might be able to pull from the county.
Oh, hell no, they got it. I mean, you're going to say, first of all, then you ask them for the actual newspaper that it was ran every 4 weeks and make your own. And use the pictures of the being run as the proof.
Right, that's what I have, yeah.
And have the original newspaper. Listen, man, they gonna try to stop us. Never let them motherfucker. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know y'all know that song, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, now, I want to go more into the definitions of, because someone asked me, well, what, Jonah, where you getting U.S. citizenship? How that shit work? Right here, number 7. Read it.
The term clerk of court means a clerk of a naturalization court.
Do y'all understand? It said the term clerk of court. That means, how many places do you go that's called clerk of court?
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere. If you go down the DMV, you're dealing with who? Right at the desk. So what is she doing? Now you want to know why every time y'all deal with them, the paperwork is making you a U.S. citizen. This is why it was so important. Now, you think you was going to get this definition in Black Law's Dictionary? But lo and behold, if you go into the code where they talk about U.S. citizens, you know that's where we at. Did y'all know that 8 USC deals with? The whole... Exactly. The whole code. The whole 8 only deals with that.
I'm looking at 8, the term commissioner, right?
Uh-huh.
I talked to you on the show, I gave you my testimony about my 5.1.
Right.
And they transferred me from the judge from court B to court A, and I was talking to the commissioner.
Right.
I'm looking at the
I know.
goddamn definition, and it's
Right.
naturalization.
Exactly. Either they're removing you out of the United States, that's when your case goes away. Or they still got you within the United States, which means you still in that case and fighting it. It's all public and private. But y'all thought Yusef knew about public and private.
So this is 8/11/01 you're in right here?
This is 8/11/01.
Okay.
Hold on, CFR. Let's see, now,
So does that mean they naturalized me, or that means that
you were deemed not being in the United States. That's why you went to there to know. You see what I'm saying? Either you're being put in the United States or you're being taken out. In everything. It's all either within the corporation or without the corporation. Now this is CFR, Table of Contents, and this tells you every title, what the title's for. See? Title 8 is for what? That is called subject matter jurisdiction. Either you're going to be an alien, private, or you're going to be a national of the United States. It's your choice. The choice is yours. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Right? So, you know, each title deals with a subject. Y'all never knew what each title was for. People are jumping around and title this, title that, da. Does that shit even apply to what you're saying and what you're doing? You know, you want to talk about commerce, this foreign trade, this for you. You need to be up in Title 15. How does an alien do commerce over here and still remain foreign? That's what Title 15 is for. You understand? Did y'all know? Did y'all actually have that knowledge and go into Title 15 and start reading the codes so you know how to make money here? No. Then how are you trying to do commerce here? But everyone thinks that Jonah Bey shit don't work. Jonah is studying the enemy. I'm not doing none of this shit by guessing. It's all based on their shit. I know their shit. Yes.
So it's easy as thinking, hey, I want to do commerce in a foreign country. Like
Exactly.
I could do it in I'm not in England, but I want to do some business.
Everyone
there.
but like Jonah. They used to say that shit. Jonah, how am I putting down, let's say, Dubai for my 9.8? I'm not from there. Huh? Nigga. Your illegus that you creating is from there and a citizen of there. And gonna do business all around the world, but its headquarters is gonna be in Dubai. They couldn't wrap their mind around that they're not the illegus. And the illegus can be born anywhere. When I say born, I mean you created it that day. You created it yesterday anywhere. Don't y'all get it?
That's your twin brother.
Right, but y'all keep on like, nigga, I ain't from Dubai. I ain't said your ass was from Dubai. You from God. You can't be from a country. A country is a corporation. See what I'm saying? So I'm seeing the wall that y'all have. And I'm like, we gotta break through that wall. You can create a corporation at Enligas anywhere around the planet, at any time. Y'all still wanna do business here with Enligas here in America as domestic where you have no rights. And then you wanna know why you ain't got no damn money. Do you think a pair of Jordans, how much they cost over in China where they made? You lucky if you pay $1. But y'all looked at me crazy when I told y'all I got the Aston Martin for $20,000. See how limited y'all are thinking? If you're doing commerce all over the world, the prices here in America don't apply to you. Don't you know that's called commerce? You get shit for cheap and sell it for a profit. Y'all can't fathom $20,000 for an Aston Martin because y'all are domestic. Your thoughts are domestic. Your whole way of life is domestic. And y'all don't know shit about business and commerce. That's why I told y'all to teach commerce. Maybe now y'all can understand why all these so-called teachers claim they know all this shit, but they ain't got no money. How's that possible? You don't know commerce if you ain't got no money. These niggas is broke. How do they know what they supposed to know if they ain't got shit? You gonna tell me you can't, you got a business that's created in China and that business can't buy them Jordans for $1, then you don't know what the fuck you doing. Y'all see where I'm coming from? Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all thought it was some magical shit. Jurisdiction. Jurisdiction. I hate to say it, but all that shit is made by slave labor. Y'all think y'all slaves, y'all get paid good. Y'all house niggas. Go to a third world country where you getting paid 5 cents a month. That's some slavery. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know how good y'all got it as slaves. Just real talk. You know what I mean? When y'all start doing shit like that all over, y'all gonna understand that shit. And they want to balance the books. So they want to make y'all work a little harder for y'all shit. And that's what that revaluation gonna be. Y'all gonna have to work again. Y'all gonna be working like y'all was before World War I and II. You know, steel mill and all that shit. Y'all gonna have to work. Y'all gonna, yeah. Your privilege of the cushy life is about to be taken away.
The inflation's gonna go up.
Yeah.
The dollar's gonna go down.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be rich as a bitch. And I'm gonna be telling jokes about y'all's ass. Huh? Yeah. What you do? I didn't do nothing up there. What you want to look at?
I was writing down that information I was on you.
All right.
You were gonna go on the
47 EIN.
estate number. Yeah, how to get it.
I ain't forgot. I still had to break down other shit that I said
Oh,
earlier.
that's cool.
Tie it in. Alright, so y'all gonna wanna pull up the CFR table of contents so you can know what to study and why you're studying it.
What does CFR mean?
Code of Federal Regulations. Alright? Now, I'm going back to the definitions. All this goes with the EIN. Don't worry, I ain't forgot your question.
That's fine.
I think it was 23. See, if you don't look at what their definitions of shit is, y'all are talking a different language. You don't know where they're coming from. And this is why they be saying y'all should be unintelligible. Some of the paperwork y'all put into court.
Which title? Title 8?
This is Title 8. See, everything starts at Title 8. The reason why is either you're going to be what? Alien? So you got to start there. These are the main definitions for the whole code. Because you one or the other.
And you want to be alien.
That's where I go. I can't tell you what you want. I can tell you what I
I'm
want.
going alien.
We want alien.
Yep.
Sound like I want to be private.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, here's the thing. Look at this trickery of the way they wrote this.
Yeah.
When did it say anything about your state of California? Term national means a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. Did you know a trust is a state? It's a foreign state. You don't believe me, I can take you up and I'm going to show you that. Right? The term lawfully admitted for permanent resident means the status of having been lawfully accorded, that means record, the privilege of residing permanently in the United States as an immigrant in accordance with immigration laws such as status not having changed. Now, do you know this is the immigration laws? Title 8. All right, keep that in mind. The term national of the United States means a citizen of the United States or person who, though not a citizen of the United States, owes permanent allegiance to the United States. How the hell did that happen? How does that happen? You're not a U.S. citizen, but you owe permanent allegiance. Because all you got to do is read this one right here. Clears it up. Someone want to read that for me?
The term naturalization means the conferring of the nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever.
Whoa!
Birth.
Whoa! So what did they do with the birth certificate?
Registered.
Registered it.
That's how you became someone who owes allegiance to the United States. All right? So, by any means whatsoever, they know they put that there because what did I show y'all in the Constitution? They ain't got no contract by the birth certificate. You ain't never signed that bitch. So what are they using as prima facie evidence that you are someone who owes allegiance to the United States? Every one of y'all's documents omits that you are parted within the United States by your own jurat.
Right.
See?
Right.
You've been doing it with their help. Because you didn't understand that by saying you're within the United States to this naturalization officer, you are now within the United States. Each one of your papers. Now, how many papers did you put out there, even though you knew this type of information? How many papers did y'all put out there that made y'all within the United States?
Everyone.
Me too. Up until a few weeks ago. Me too. Right? You gonna tell me y'all gonna get this out of black laws? Why everyone teaching y'all out of black laws? Black laws, dictionary, Bouvier's, all that was created when the melanated people controlled the government. 1800s. That was before the revolution, or what they call reversionary history, or Reconstruction. They changed, they did the Reconstruction to get rid of all that shit. To bring in this shit. I'm trying to tell y'all those definitions don't apply today. These are the definitions that apply. I gotta get y'all to know this because this is why y'all been using all them definitions and none of that shit worked. Y'all was still losing. And they called your shit gibberish. Y'all been speaking a different language than the court system. Just saying. How the hell you gonna say I'm not a part of the U.S. citizen? You just gave 15 different affidavits in there that said I'm within. Okay? Now.
Excuse me, how do you back out once you're already under their jurisdiction? You just dismiss the case and then within that short period of time you can become someone else and
I have no idea what you were saying. That was too convoluted for me.
How do you get out of the problem?
You're already in the court system, you've already given them jurisdiction. How do you back
Okay.
out and become?
Good question. You can challenge jurisdiction at any time.
That's true.
It could be 20 years from now that you could challenge jurisdiction of the case, and especially if it was induced by fraud. And the birth certificate is fraud because the birth certificate was the beginning
All right.
of the illegus.
That answers the question.
What, a 5-1 anytime?
You can go back and sue them for everything they ever done to you if you know how to fucking sue them.
Even though you
It was all
admitted,
fraud.
even though you admitted already in court that you gave them your jurisdiction.
It was done out of fraud. If there is,
Fraud in the factory.
I'm trying to show you, it really ain't never been no illegus.
Like you said, with the first certificate
Never been a contract.
It's never been a contract. How do you have an illegus if the birth certificate ain't never been real? How do you have a contract if the social was never real?
Second question, if you have dual citizenship, one in the UK.
You always
one in the
did.
US,
Uh-huh.
is it easier to get out of the US citizenry? Can you just deny that you wanted the double citizenship in the
It's
first
the
place?
same shit on the whole planet. Everything that I teach applies. The illegus is everywhere. The whole world is doing commerce on the monopoly board. It's all paper. It ain't real. Anytime someone tried to get out of the fiction, that's when they go to war with that country and bomb it.
If I may
I'm dead
say,
serious.
That's what we've been
they're
doing.
doing the same thing to us, by the way. They file things under names that are not.
It's all the monopoly board.
It's all a lie. So if you think you're gonna do it, and, you know, really, you're just following the example.
The truth is, they're not gonna let no big movement get out. It's an individual, everyone gotta do it individually. Like, every time they try to, the country tries to do it, they gonna go destroy that country. And truthfully, they try to destroy us too. They created something called sovereign citizen and been attacking us. You gotta be good with your shit and then they leave you the fuck alone. But if you in between, they still gonna bust your ass. They gonna lock you up, beat you up, everything under the sun, right?
So you just want to create a whole new thing that's foreign to everything.
I did, and I do. I come up with shit every day. So that's why when I said big booty, everyone will laugh, but I'm that serious. You can make an illegus named Big Booty and operate in commerce. You gonna tell me it ain't corporations out there like the porn industry that got names like Big Booty, but that's an illegus, and it's making millions of dollars. And it's protected by United States of America because they use freedom of speech on the regular against the government, and they always win their case. They know shit you don't know. All right, now, back to your shit. You're going to put in EIN online to get this estate. Now it says here, apply for an employer identification number. You notice it didn't say employee, it said employer. Awesome. So then you're going to go up here. This is how you get the state EIN. It's online. It's not something you call in for. I don't know why all of a sudden they don't want to move. Oh, they know what I'm teaching. They hearing, they listening in on everything. It is what it is. Apply online now. It definitely tapped in. It's moving way too slow.
It's gotta go all the way to Mars. Back.
And begin application. Now, here is where you choose which one you're going to do. Now, they changed this right here where it says estate. That is not the definition. That's what they just changed it to. But you're going to click it. It continues. What's crazy is it's on a webinar. I showed all this on a webinar before. Y'all are missing lessons.
I got it right here.
Good. You need to share it with him. An estate or deceit in estate is a legal entity created as a result of a person's death. Now, I want y'all to know that no corporation could ever be alive and never was. It is a deceit. Now, the estate consists of real and personal property of a deceased person. The estate pays any debts owed by the decedent and distribute the balance of an estate, assets, and beneficiaries of the estate. An estate arises on a person's death whether the person died with or without a will. If you need to change your type of structure, we recommend that you do so now. Now, this is not the full definition. They've changed them because of me in that damn IRS manual. So this is all they wanted to show you. But that ain't what it used to say. Alright, so you go in here and you set up the deceit in the estate. Alright? Now, this is how you would do it. Damn, this shit moving slow.
I think, isn't it closed on the weekends?
No, I wouldn't have never even got this far if it was closed.
Okay.
Now, what you would do is, middle name. Now, you could put any middle name. They don't really control what you put on the middle name. Then, put in a number. Then you hit continue. I knew they would do that. They won't let you put in a fake number.
They got you, yeah.
No, it's outside of the hours of operation. They're closed on the weekends.
That too, but they won't let you put in a fake number. I've tried it before with fake numbers. When I did that one, it won't let you do no fake shit.
They got it all so automized, it's just like.
Yeah, you can't put in no, that's the thing, you cannot put in no information that ain't true or real. It won't let you go no further. So here's the question. If the straw man ain't a deceit, and how in the hell can you do it in the first place? Why do they let you do it in the first place? Because it's real. Alright? But that's how you're going to go about doing it. He got the DVD. You get it from him.
Okay.
And set it up. But that's how you get the estate EIN through going through that process right online. It takes about 15 minutes to do.
And you can put your 98 as a social in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
9-8 cannot be accepted in the United States. You got to put your the legal's real social.
Oh, okay.
Right? Now, once you get the EIN, I want you to go on Dun & Brad and put the EIN on Dun & Brad. Once you do that, now you can go get a secure credit card or go fill out a credit card application, and you will now have what is called a credit profile number or a state number that's being used as a credit profile number. Yes?
Do you have to wait for the 8832 to come back first before you?
You do not. Now, you want to do the 8832 to make your 9-8 the owner of the estate. Alright? Now, if you do not know how to do the 8832, and you go back and listen to the archives of the show, just last month, I had a woman come on every week. 2 times a week. And walked everyone through because I was teaching her how to do it, and I made her keep on repeating it until she mastered it. And listening to her, y'all should be able to master it because my ass is lazy and I got tired of keep on telling people how to do the 8832. So I made her do it and I took the credit. Just from last month. You cannot listen to a show from last month without hearing how to do the 8832.
So November shows?
Yes.
I did the 45 number years ago.
Uh-huh.
I did the 8832.
Is it a state?
Yes, and it came back as a foreign eligible entity, right?
Yep.
And they put my name underneath as a member or something like that.
100% member. No one else had membership to it. It had 0% and then your name.
Okay. So if the 45 is already
He said,
foreign,
okay, like you weren't sure. I assure you it's true. Ain't that right, John?
Yes, sir.
so the 45 is already foreign now because they sent the confirmation back, IRS.
Yep.
So now I can go to Dun & Bradstreet, register as.
Start using it as a CPN. And you're going to use that number instead of, you're never going to use your social again. I want you to go home, start changing your bills and put it in that EIN, take it out of the social. That's how you're going to become private. When you do not use that social for 3 years, they automatically make it foreign and everything it do will be foreign forevermore. You got to stop using it to get that done. I've done that and they can't find my social nowhere. Technically, I could be in here and bank up all these women, get them all pregnant, and they all try to put me on child support, and nothing would happen. Because my league is private. They be like, God damn, I thought I could get money out of that rich nigga. Shouldn't have messed with me for the money. Should have been for love.
I got a question.
That'll stop them gold diggers. Yes.
Jonah, but don't you have to use your social when you're discharged? So you're still using your social when
You
discharged?
remember, after 3 years, the number becomes
Foreign.
just foreign, just a number that can only be used for discharge.
All right, I got a quick question too. So that
Yeah. It's in the law.
BEN, you use that to turn your 47 number into the.
Say again.
Use your W8 BEN. That's the form that you use to take your 47 and make it foreign.
No.
8832.
It's the 8832. The W8 bin is the form that you use when you're opening an account for any of your trusts, any of your DBAs. You do the W8 bin to make sure that they never try to make it domestic, and boom, it's tax exempt.
So you taking that with the declaration of
You
trust?
take that with the declaration of trust, yes. It's actually, if you get the template for the declaration of trust, it's in there. The W8 bin.
Do you need a confirmation on the 8832 before you file the 9?
Hell no. Once you gave it to it, what I do is, I do it just like a court case. I go to the IRS building, hand them that shit, and hand them my copy. They stamp it right there. That's my confirmation.
Legal size.
Yeah, they stamp it. That time stamp it. I gave it to you, motherfuckers.
Because, like, California, they saying that the 8832 was supposed to mail to Utah.
No,
I walk it into the IRS. He walked it into the IRS.
Yeah.
He did that shit right here in California.
No.
Who told you that shit?
I did it in Florida. Remember?
Oh, he went to Florida IRS and did the shit. We was on vacation down in Miami. Now I think about it. Yo, man, who gave you that rule?
On the instructions, on the...
Fuck them. That's for U.S.
There's
citizens.
no reason why they can't accept the paperwork. And
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Period.
Then why are you listening to the rules to a U.S. citizen?
You take 2 of those and you give them one when you step time.
I gotta get his thinking straight. Why?
You always stress to make sure to read the instructions.
I do.
So I was being thorough. And
Got you. Well, you don't understand that those instructions are for U.S. citizens?
No, I do.
You gotta kind of like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They say, I can tell you all types of shit they say to U.S. citizens.
I like to hear it from you.
I mean, yeah. Now, yeah, your question, Thomas, yeah, I take 2 copies. This would be my 8832. Hand them one, actually I hand them both. And I say, take one, timestamp the other one, give one back to me. So here go the transaction. They got theirs, I got mine, I'm gone.
I was in and out in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't give a fuck. She can wipe her butt with it, I don't care. Yes.
This is to John. Do you need a fictitious name in Cali, when you get your estate, do you need that fictitious name under your social alias under the estate name?
Boy, y'all sure asked them questions, complicated to the
But you
motherfucker.
just answered that, didn't you? You said it has to be a member.
What did you ask?
Do you need to do a DBA or a fictitious business name in Cali
For your estate.
for your estate name to own the straw man name? You kind of mentioned that in one of your,
You gonna ask that to, John or
You
me?
gotta be your last first middle owning that name. And it owns the name of the estate and all that other stuff. And your 8832, he's separating from the IRS. He's separating, making a point. That's what the 8832 is.
Can't you just?
He said.
Good answer, Joe.
And you also said that you can own any business once you have that separated under that, your allegiance. Once
Now.
you got it owned by the foreign first.
Right. You wanna, see, I said this a million times, I want y'all to get it in your head. 9-8 cannot do commerce inside the United States, right?
right.
So the job of your 9-8 number is a holding corp. That means everything you want to protect is asset protections. Everything you want to protect, you're going to make it the owner so the United States can't touch it because it's foreign. It's like when you give it to the 9-8, it's like you just took it and moved it out of the United States into a foreign country. You just shipped it over to China.
Let me restate the question. My name is Feliciano Guevara. Now my estate is Feliciano Guevara Estate. Now do I do a DBA to control Feliciano Guevara that everyone knows me as the state being the only registered owner of that name?
The estate does not own. How could something that was created later control something that was created before it?
The way the DBA is written is
Now, if you was to say Scott, Jonah John owns Jonah John Scott, that is correct. That's the first one I told you to do. The reason why is Scott, Jonah John is actually the legal name of the straw man. It is the creditor. That's where all the money comes from.
Private side.
The goddamn quasi-private, the goddamn straw man that you're using today, first, middle, last, is the debtor, which is the 14th Amendment. You don't understand that the straw man is broken up into several parts. Y'all see it as one thing. It got 3 different parts to it. 3 into 1. You don't know that about your Bible? That's why I keep on telling y'all gonna have to study this Bible, man. They got a trinity going on with your straw man. Your straw man actually got 3 damn numbers. Your social is 3 different numbers. It's the social, it's a Dun and Brad number, and it's an EIN. And they use all 3 parts. And so do you. You just don't know when you're using them. Right? So, what I'm trying to show you is you got the Sesame. That's normally when they use your name like this, Jonah J. Scott. Right? Then you got the debtor, Jonah John Scott, and then you got the creditor, Scott Jonah John. So Scott, they had to first create the creditor, which is the birth certificate, the original one, the live birth. They don't show it to you, but it's really Scott, Jonah John. And from Scott, Jonah John, they created Jonah John Scott and Jonah J. Scott. And both of them shits are DBAs.
Via the registration of.
Yes.
So then what is it when you use your family name? You say family name Scott.
Family name is Scott, Jonah John. Christian name is Scott, Jonah John. Don't let them get you in semantics. They flipped it to confuse people. You know what I mean? But it's all really the same type of shit. So anytime the US government is dealing with your ass, they gonna call you by your last name. Even on the docket of every court case you ever had, in the computer, it's Scott, comma, Jonah John, your last name, first name, middle name. But when you look on the goddamn court papers they give you in the public, it's Jonah John Scott, first, middle, last.
Is there anywhere, like you have the US Code 1101 definitions, or anywhere where they have the names defined as uppercase, lowercase?
I've never
backwards?
found it
We
yet.
gotta find that fucker.
Yo, why you gotta find it when I can show you anywhere in any court document it's the same. Even in jail, they call you by your last name. Even in the army, you're called by your last name. Anytime they send you an initial offer in the mail, last name, first name, once you get the credit card, now they go back to first, middle, last. All you gotta do is open your eyes.
I see.
I mean, the army, man, you don't even know what your first name is no more. Scott. Or in jail, Scott. Visitation. Why am I saying that like I know what that is?
Yeah. Can't even see your pictures no more online. Hey, Jonah, you know too, when you run your UCC 11, you put first, middle, last, and have it come back.
Yeah.
Last, first, middle.
Uh-huh. Yo, even on the UCC forms, they reverse that name to the creditor debtor side. All you got, see, the problem is why y'all ain't seen it, because you got all these teachers out there teaching you that the difference in the straw man is upper and lower. I don't teach that because it's not true. If I say your name, I said your name. When you pronouncing it through audio, there's no such thing as upper and lower.
Syntax is different.
Syntax some shit David Weinmiller made up. You know what I mean? Listen, if I say, John, which one did I use? Upper or lower case, John?
And how'd you spell it?
It's probably all cap because you were yelling at me.
Oh, so you on that conjunction junction, what's your function shit? Huh? It's impossible, virtually impossible to know.
What you think?
Oh, I was looking for my phone because I found my. Yeah. So it remind me to check to charge it. You know what I mean? 58%.
Jonah,
Yes.
when I got my 98 number, because I still hadn't taken the class yet, I went and I applied for an EIN number for an LLC, and I used that 98 number.
You did it over the phone.
No, I did it right on.
And it let you do it?
And it allowed me to do it, and it came back with the new EIN number with Oregon Energy Healing Center
That's
as
hot.
the owner.
It normally don't let you do that.
Okay, so then that's cool, I can keep that?
Yes.
And so I'm not.
It's already connected. The parent company's foreign, which means that's foreign.
So do I need to let them know that it's an estate and not an
Nope.
LLC? Okay.
Did you put LLC on it?
I had, instead of checking estate, I had put LLC on it.
All right, now, have you registered it with the Secretary of State?
No, I have not done anything.
It is private.
All right, perfect.
But if she does commerce through that and it's a 47 now attached to her 98, I don't know if that's what you're intending on doing, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
go
because
ahead.
what I wanted to do was be able to use.
She
my
has it private. As
business.
long as she didn't hand over ownership to the Secretary of State, it's hers.
Okay, got it.
See, well, if you go down and give it to the actual Secretary of State, now that it just became domestic by contract. She contracted in to become what is called a franchise. If she didn't, it's equivalent to a LLC, but it's still foreign. I can show you in the definitions of 8 USC 1101. It says all about foreign, right? So I'm not going to give you my definition. We're going to get it from those. Now the reason why I'm so hooked on 8 USC and the definitions because it's gonna be your main remedy for moving on down. And it's so simple. It's so simple, even a caveman can do it.
We're here.
I'm gonna master this daggone thing. I don't be knowing where the definitions be yet.
You know you can put, I bet you can on an Apple, control Apple for a keyword.
It's different here.
You said I could do what?
On my PC, I can put control F and put in the keyword and it'll find all those keywords that I did.
Apple don't work that way. I think y'all gonna have to show me how to do that shit.
Apple F.
I don't know how to do all that shit. You confuse me. Show me and I can do it. Explain it. I may or may not be able to do it. I don't even know what I'm looking for. But go ahead, show me.
What's the Apple symbol look like?
It's command, it's command S. Command S.
Command what? And what am I looking for? How do I put in what I'm looking for? Okay. And then I just put alien.
Yeah, put in keyword, yes.
And then it'll show you all the
There it is. Thank you. The term alien means any person not a citizen or national of the United States. So her LLC cannot be a citizen of the United States because she didn't give it over to the Secretary of State. So, all of y'all, when I'm telling y'all how to do the 9-8 and all that, means you will be an alien. You are not a national of the United States. So you are not a state citizen. You're just a national. Yup. Now, see, everyone's out there now talking nationality and trying to get y'all to be nationals of the state. I can pull up what is called the silver bullet. It's a very good process that Copper Mills did, except for the fact that he wants to bring you into being a state citizen. I modified his shit, and I'm going to bring y'all into being a national, just a national, not a U.S. national, which is a state citizen national. Because you might as well be a citizen if you're a national of the United States. This is what I'm saying, like, so many people out there, what they're teaching is so close to being just right.
Is that like what
That'll trick your ass and get you fucked up. 90% truth is still a lie.
Is that how you make all the world a defendant?
See, so by mistake, I gave y'all 90% truth because the giraffe was fucked up. So I had to go back and fix that shit for y'all. So, because I ain't trying to give y'all 90% truth, I want to give 100%. Hell, 1,000% if I can do it. You know what I mean? But that one thing in his process can fuck you up and get you locked up. So I fixed it. Alright?
Did you bring it?
What do you mean? It's
Okay,
it's any now I'm gonna teach it in my goddamn webinar.
When's that gonna be?
Alright, New Year's. Alright, I'm gonna pull up the damn application. But that ain't even on this or is it?
What?
Let me stop. Hold on, let me read before I make a erroneous statement.
It's on mine.
I think I did see it. That's why I said, hold up. I'm about to say that ain't even on the daggone itinerary.
It's on my, it's on my.
Yes, the fuck it is. 2 o'clock.
Passport.
We passed the time. I don't have to do it. We passed the time. We passed.
2 o'clock in Hawaii.
You know what? I love Cali. I'm going to go over it. I'm going to go over it for y'all. Since she put it in the damn contract. I've been dying to talk about it anyway.
All ears.
Nah, right now I'm drinking for the ancestors. When I start drinking, I do that to make the energy flow. See, they call all this shit spirits. So you actually supposed to use that as an elixir to bring out the spirits of your ancestors. So they like the Malibu, so I use that to bring out their knowledge, you know what I mean? So when I'm drinking for my own pleasure, I use something totally different that they don't want. Because I noticed that if I drink the same thing, when I'm not teaching, I don't get drunk, I don't feel nothing. Damn it, I'm drinking for me, I want to feel a little buzz. So I gotta switch up when I'm drinking for me. I can drink that whole bottle, won't feel a damn thing. They use the energy. They use the ether. It's crazy. I thought it was in my mind too. I really experimented with it. And everyone else around me was like drunk and shit. I'm like, I feel nothing. They actually got the forms here?
No, I can print a couple.
Y'all want to print the forms?
Yeah.
Let's print them.
Wait. Y'all just trying not to pay for my webinar. Cheap bastards.
We'll still do it.
You know what kills me? I know that. Yo, people be like, yo, let me just teach the whole shit. They gonna get on the webinar anyway. They want to make sure. You got it. Really, I noticed that we need to hear shit at least 3 times, man. The first time, we just don't quite get it. Second time, we be like, aha. Third time, we like, alright, I'm ready to do this shit.
Collector.
Yeah, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready. You know what I mean? So, I don't mind. I let it all out. Whatever the ancestors want me to talk about, or y'all want me to talk about, I talk about it.
John, can I ask something?
No!
Yes, on the passports, I put down what steps must be completed to issue. Because are there some things, like if you haven't corrected?
I didn't say none of that. Let me go on and teach it when they get it out here. I didn't say none of that.
All right.
That's your own.
Mine.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all based on U.S. citizenry, which allows you to get it or not to get it. That's what it's all based on. The definition changes everything. Or you learn the definitions, you understand everything that they're doing in every application. And I'm telling you, in every application, we've been doing ourselves in.
So I would say if we have a current passport, when we apply for.
You're going to do it over, and they're going to send you the corrected one.
So are we renewing, or is it be a new passport?
You say renew and send it in. You're updating it, and you send it in with your injunction.
Yeah.
And a COL form.
Yeah.
You need the super injunction, right?
That is a super injunction.
I call it a super injunction. What? I never told you it had to be done over.
Just the COL and the non.
Just because I repackage shit, that's called marketing. I told you I'm into commerce. I'm a capitalist. I added shit on. That's why it's called super injunction. And I'm extending how far it works. You see what I'm saying? But you have to do your injunction over anyway because the giraffe was wrong.
All I have to redo is the giraffe.
Not really. The copy that they got is a contract. That means they gotta have the same contract you got.
Right. So
You can do that with the affidavit of ownership, but you can't do that with the contract you sent to a sheriff.
How do we correct that, Jonah? We just finished ours. Do you actually send a new?
I'm not sending my injunction out to every sheriff all over again. That's why I do the super injunction where it's corrected and get it to work everywhere.
I was wondering if we could do this as like a fourth notice to them for that and then just change the giraffe there. We just finished sending our 3 out.
Mhm.
So basically we would send this 4th one out with the proper giraffe, and that's it, giraffe.
I don't know.
So this would be the 4th and final segment.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because the other one doesn't have a giraffe on it. Like that says.
You know, that's funny because when I gave y'all the template, I didn't put no giraffes on that
Yeah, it doesn't
template.
have one.
Yeah.
It just has a signature.
It just had a signature.
Yeah, so
I
it
left the
doesn't have
giraffe
that.
off.
Yeah, so if we did that.
So some people did it right, some people didn't. Most people didn't do it right.
Yeah, ours don't have a giraffe.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
I don't have a giraffe.
No.
I know most people did add one on, and they put that fucked up one on. I know. I'm aware. I figured the easiest and best way to change it is when you do the super injunction, which is the same, really the same paperwork, you're putting it onto this passport as a national. Now you already know, boom, when you only use the hard passport, it's called a passport ID card. So when you get pulled or whatever, you only hand them that ID. Whatever you sent in is going to show on the computer, which means the super injunction is in full effect everywhere you show that ID. Guess where you're going to show it at? Hey, damn where! You ain't going to have no other ID unless it's one of your foreign IDs like mine. But shit, I don't really use the foreign ID. I use the passport now. Because, you know, it's accepted everywhere. But, you know, it's up to you. I give you all types of options.
Who's the name on the super injunction?
It's the same paperwork.
I know, but we had one for each of the county, for each county sheriff, for the governor.
No, it goes to the Secretary of State.
Just
See, you gotta understand, 8 USC says you gotta deal with who? Secretary of State is the one that controls what? Who is an alien and who is a national?
They're not registered.
That's why the super injunction is going to work with the passport to make it go everywhere. Take your ass out of the United States. See, remember, who gives you a problem here in California is not California. It's the state of California. The state of California is the United States. If you in Georgia, it ain't going to be Georgia that gives you the problem. It's going to be the state of Georgia. That's where they extended their jurisdiction out of the United States under the corporation called the state of whatever state you're in. So that's why this is going to handle all of it. Yes?
Why not just become an expat? Why not just become an expat? Give up your citizenship.
Okay. Good question. How you going to give up something you ain't never had? You keep on thinking that illegals is you. How you going to give up something that was done on fraud? If you say, I want to expatriate, you admit that you were in. They got a clause that say you can't come out. It's like the mob, baby. The only way you can get out, they want you out of the country.
Like what they did in most of them?
Yes! So if you expatriate, they're going to kick you out of the landmass. You want that? You want to leave your house, your car,
I
everything
can
here?
leave and never come back. I could care less, but
Word? You got kids here.
no, I never.
Got friends and family.
They can come visit me.
Man, why you here? Just leave. Just get your money out.
I'm figuring it out.
Go to Uruguay.
Figuring
Your
it out.
ass ain't going nowhere. You going to stay here with Jonah Bey.
Can't wait.
I got you, mama.
Oh, the world is great. Invite you into it.
Nah, you used to shit here. We want you here. No deserters. This is war.
Yeah, that's right.
It is war.
Okay, so Jonathan,
I want y'all to be able to go anywhere around the world and do anything you want, whenever you want, because they don't have the right to tell you to come and go. It's unconstitutional. And God gave the planet to humans, right? To men. We ain't supposed to be fucking gotta go through hoops to go over here. If I want to go over here, God gave this shit to me too. You got these imaginary borders. We shouldn't have to go through those extremes for our rights that God gave us. You know what I mean? Yes.
so now I'm gonna send this to the Secretary of State, the Attorney General, anybody else.
Wait till I go through this shit. Shit. Why y'all be trying to rush me?
What are we talking about? Can we get started?
Should I just walk in and say some shit, say something for 45 minutes? I could sum all this shit up in 45 minutes, everything, and walk out. But would y'all really understood what I said? Then let me take my time to explain it thoroughly instead of pressing me, Marion. I'm not Jordan. You're trying to make me do the fadeaway.
No, I'm not.
You're pressing me. That's what Jordan doing when he get pressed. Fade away.
No, we in County Kirk.
I don't even like Jordan.
I just asked a question, that's all I did.
He's a super nigga. He's a super slave.
Jonah, could you tell
And
me?
he's praying for y'all to get locked up every day because that's how he makes his billion. He a billionaire now, right?
Don't he got a prison or something like that?
No, he's a part of the trust for the prisons.
No.
And all those prisons is one big trust that pays him a dividend every time one of y'all niggas get locked up.
I should have put him on 56.
Michael Jordan, Oprah, you know, all them billionaires. Oh, that's what they wanted me to do. For your question, that's what they wanted me to do. That's how I would have jumped off with the private bank. I'd have been Michael Jordan. So it kills me when motherfuckers say I'm materialistic or I'm a sellout and shit when I turned down billions, literally, and know how the whole shit works. You know how dangerous it was for me to go in and say I wanted to be down and then at the last minute say, oh, I expected them niggas to come get me at any time. But I think the ancestors and God protected me, that's why it ain't happened. You know what I mean? They normally don't let, once you get in, they don't let you out. But I didn't commit to nothing. I ain't signed my name to shit. And I asked mad questions. Everyone was in the meeting huffing and puffing, window shopping. John was there. John was there when we first started on that path, and we went through narcs. And we tried to pay to get in, the DTC and all that. I'm telling you, I'm 100% real. He was there for most of the shit. Nah, that's a deal I couldn't make. Actually, Jacob wanted to make the deal. I had to say, yo, you better leave that shit alone.
Give the realism.
You know what I mean?
SIN corp or whatever.
Man, actually, and they tried to rush us because they said they were closing it down. They did. Narcs is closed down. The website ain't even up, is it?
That's the timeshare approach.
They were in a meeting like within 3 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come over to Orlando, do it.
Yeah, they was like, yo, you gotta do it right now. They tried to press us. I'm like, man, fuck with that.
Was this the stuff with Jerry Curls used?
Nah, this outside. We believe this is the organization. Jerry Curl Juice was how he got in. He dealt with the same company. It was a company up there that you could have paid your way to get into the DTC and become a participant in bank and all that. I told you half the information out here now is very old information. We went through that shit, like when they show you the application for the black card. We got that shit years ago in Cali.
I have a black card.
We've been
never
having,
got activated.
and there's no money on it. Because you need someone to monetize your IBOE. And they will only monetize if you are down with the DTC, have a banking institution. You need someone to bring you in. So when these motherfuckers telling you they can get you the black card and all that, they probably telling you a half truth. They can get you the card. What good is the card if you can't use it? I assure you, when I got that black card, I didn't have the nice shit that I have now, and that card didn't help me get nothing.
So it will show up and activate.
What did it do for you? What did it do for you, John?
Sitting in an envelope.
I don't even know where that shit is. I ain't seen that shit and don't care where it is. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. That's the truth. Yes.
Then, so if you have an issue and say you were to get arrested or whatever, should you do a Form 56 on Michael Jordan so he can become a fiduciary?
That's an interesting. I never did that shit, but I don't care. I'm on an injunction.
I'm just asking the question.
I don't know. I ain't never did it and wouldn't do it because they can't do shit to me. See, my mind don't work on that way. I think of preventive. Why I want to get arrested and then go after motherfucker like Michael Jordan and motherfucking Oprah Winfrey? I'm thinking about I don't want to get locked up at all. Not 2 minutes. I don't want to get stopped.
Oh, I don't either.
Then I would do my injunction and do this super injunction and worry about it. Move on to getting more money. Move on to helping people. That's where I'm at. I'm not into they do something and then I gotta fix it. I'm into prevention.
Okay, some of my questions are not necessarily for me, but I have friends who need help.
Those niggas need to learn how to do the injunction. If you got a friend, the first thing you should do is be teaching them how to do the injunction. I don't know what the fuck y'all
Okay, well, I can't.
I know people that been studying with me for 3 years that ain't did it. I'm like, what the fuck you
What
doing?
you doing?
But they sure trying to discharge and buy shit. I'm like, you greedy, materialistic motherfucker. You don't give a fuck about your freedom. And freedom is everything. I don't understand that. What good is a Rolls Royce in jail?
My friend is in a situation where I can't teach them because they're not here.
Where they at?
Locked up.
Got locked up. You won't let me. Why can't you do the injunction form?
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Did you know an injunction is a constitutional challenge? If it's a constitutional challenge, you do it and then send it to the warden in jail. Don't you know that's habeas corpus?
I can't hear you.
They get a habeas corpus.
I didn't.
I know, I heard you. I heard you. I'm listening.
If you're saying that you're not a U.S. and do an affidavit of now being a U.S. citizen, they can only lock up U.S. citizens. Just what I'm saying. I know I'm changing shit. I'm making shit much more simpler. Because I ain't gonna lie, we on some deduct shit. We dumb. We needed more. And you know what? As I go back and study the things from 1800s, that's what they say to do. We got to make it real simple. All our shit is convoluted. We got to make it as simple as hell with as little words as possible. Y'all haven't noticed that y'all be in court and they'll ask you if you're a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
What they asking y'all that for? They gave you an out and you didn't take it.
Naturalizing you. Or giving you an out.
That both. It's one or the other. It's both. If you say yes, your ass just got naturalized. If you say no, they're going to dismiss your case. They're going to adjourn for that day, and then it's going to disappear. Y'all been given a mad opportunities, but y'all don't know it. Yes.
What if you go for like a job? I'm an entertainer. So a lot of times when I go to my
entertainment,
I go to my gig. Yeah.
I'm not entertaining.
Damn it, you could be, but if I was getting paid the right amount, you would be.
I'm giving you knowledge that will make you money forever. Shit. Show me, entertain me.
I'm fucking with you. You said you're fucking with me. Check it out.
No homo.
Okay. No Vaseline.
Word. Sam, you want to fuck a nigga raw?
Like old dirty bastard.
Hey, I like it raw. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But at the end of the day, like if I'm trying to get paid, like how do I like show them like so if they ask me if I'm a citizen, I have to put down like I'm a citizen to get my pay.
Why?
Or they won't send me my money.
No, you gonna tell me that foreigners can't enter into contracts for entertaining? How the fuck is everyone going across seas making their money doing their shows? Where most of their money comes from?
If the injunction says to pay in the
Or is it you who believe you can't get paid if you're foreign?
You gotta give them a WAPIN, right?
You put down you ain't a U.S. citizen and give them a WAB. That's you. I'm telling y'all that most of y'all's problems come from you and your thoughts. You, your belief system. I don't see the shit the way you see it. Because that's why I asked you that question. You know how many brothers I know that's in the entertainment industry? You gonna tell me, I know Akon, right? You gonna tell me that nigga don't make most of his money out of the country? So, if he making money in Japan, he ain't foreign there? He put down that he wasn't a Japanese citizen, but yet they paid him. Right?
Unless he's an employee.
So when Bob Marley's son comes here to America, and most of his concerts is right here in America, he puts down he's not a U.S. citizen. How he get his money? Why you believe you don't get paid if you put down that you're not a U.S. citizen? You're gonna tell me you have to be down with their corporation to get paid for the services that you provide? You're entertaining. You made someone laugh. You made someone happy. You got to be down with their corporation to get compensated for that? See, now I'm going to have to show you another.
42 USC 408.
Huh?
42 USC 408, where you don't have to give them your social, or is that what you're?
Nah. The other part that I showed y'all earlier, I put it up on the screen. Without the United States, I told y'all to Google that. Here it is. Here it comes. Then we go into the passport. See, y'all be making me jump the fuck around.
Yeah, make sure you get back to the other stuff.
I always do, don't I? He didn't think I had the answer. I got that shit. Don't doubt the God.
Peace to God.
Now, what is this called?
Income from sources.
That's your question, right? Okay. Gross income from sources without the United States. Now y'all see why y'all got to start putting without the United States and you're not a U.S. citizen?
26 USC what? What section?
862.
Y'all been doing shit. It's all about public and private. If you are a citizen or not a citizen. So it says, the following items of gross income shall be treated as income from sources without the United States. Interest other than derived from sources within the United States is, so if you say you're not a U.S. citizen, not taxed. That's what it's saying, right? Then it says dividends other than those derived from within the United States as provided in 861A2. Compensation for labor or personal services performed without, now you see why you got to put without the United States on your contract? This ain't Jonah saying it. I showed you the fucking code. But you were scared. They ain't gonna pay you. That's your own shit. Don't put that shit on Jonah.
What about FATCA?
Fat cat.
The new, trade rules.
I don't know about that shit. I care less. It doesn't apply to anyone that's not a U.S. citizen. All their laws are made for U.S. citizens. I gotta get y'all to really put it in your mind, you are not a U.S. citizen. Don't y'all know if I was a U.S. citizen, I couldn't get that goddamn Aston Martin for that price? I just told y'all that. Y'all still, y'all gotta change your mind.
If you
The
have,
only way is to keep on studying.
If you have residuals or royalties from, your legal.
The only reason why the fuck you paying and you caught on child support is because you put down U.S. citizen.
Okay. All right, very simple.
Only a U.S. citizen pay taxes. Don't you know everything they do to you is a tax?
Okay.
Going to jail is a tax. Everything is a tax. That's one thing Yusuf said that's 100% true. Everything is a tax. Now, do you want to walk with God or you want to be with the devil? Nah, nigga, you like being the devil. You white devil. That's that Nation of Islam shit. That's how you know they got rid of Farrakhan. He don't say that shit no more. He down with Scientology. I'm like, he didn't change anything he said. I don't think that's the same dude. Just me.
I have a friend who just signed a contract with Sony, and she signed it with her last name first. Is she protecting herself in any way?
She signed it as the creditor.
She signed it as a creditor. Okay, so that is the form of.
It's a good thing, but I'd have put that. I'd have changed that to rat if I
I told her
was
she needed to talk to you.
Yeah.
So.
Question, if you're not a U.S. citizen, are the new immigration laws going to affect this process?
See, you fall up under when I read that they said even if you're not a U.S. citizen but you owe permanent allegiance to the United States, is when the paperwork that you signed coming into America. They made you go on the contract that said, I'll do anything the U.S. corporation says. You better rescind that shit.
And they can't kick you out because you're not a citizen anymore. They're not going to come up with an immigration rule that.
You're not even in it.
It doesn't apply. You keep on saying that They can only kick out a U.S. citizen or someone who's called a national of the U.S. I'm telling you to go outside of all that. Listen, the Constitution, the original Constitution, the your Constitution is their trust indenture. Their trust indenture says they can never interfere with the laws of God. God said you can go anywhere on the planet. It's all yours. The only thing you can't do is take someone else's shit. So if I'm using my house, you can't come in my house and say you discovered it and took it. Hint, hint. How the fuck did that Christopher Columbus shit go down? But they claimed they was following God. No, they was following the Holy Roman Catholic Church, which was, you call it that shit today, what do Jesuit mean? Mm-hmm. Now, today they'll tell you them people are white, but when they started off, them niggas was black. They were darker than me. The Holy Roman Church was some nigga shit. Dark-skinned people. And they kept on having sex with each other and got lighter and lighter and lighter and left it to their kids, and now their kids is running that shit and you call him Pope Francis. But that nigga's a nigga. And every night he go to sleep, he prayed to his black ancestor, the Black Madonna. You don't have to believe me. I'm not talking no racist shit. I'm talking truth. They don't worship the white Madonna and Child or Jesus and Mary. They worship Isis and Horus, which is called the Black Madonna.
All over Europe.
So, it fucks me up and confuses me when y'all be like, yeah, them Jesuits, because I get the impression that y'all talking about white people. Today's definition of white people. And I'm like, them ain't the niggas that did this shit, started this bullshit. It was some dark-skinned people with thick, nappy, nigga hair that started the shit and got their kids to finish it. And I'm trying to end that shit. And they were our cousins and they wanted to rule everyone and that's what's going on. And now they got us fighting amongst each other while they thick as thieves and know their family and they go into the bank every day. Get to do whatever they want. Have sex with 3-year-old kids. You can't tell me them priests ain't doing that. It's written, they got it written in their Talmud. They got it written in their laws. And they can't go to jail. That's why every time y'all try to bring charges, they just step down. They never go to jail. They never do anything. Because even in the Quran, they can do it. Even in their book, as Jews, they can do it. It's in their laws. They can't go to jail for that. But let your ass mess with a girl that's, and you could be 18 and she's 16, you can go to jail for statutory rape here in America. They in high school together. What are you talking about? Everyone I know, wife is, they 2, 3, 5, 10 years older than their wife. But they want to lock up kids 16 and 18. That's all I'm saying. All that shit is built on evil. Y'all gotta get rid of that color shit. That color shit ain't real. They all working together. They pay. Color is colorable. Alright, so it don't apply, mama. Alright? It don't apply when you get outside of all that shit. You go back to God's laws. None of that shit applies.
Outside of jurisdiction.
Outside of their jurisdiction. Alright, so back to you. You have no problem. Here go the law. You don't have to believe me. I just showed you the law. The problem is, you've been doing shit. Now, I can show you the downward, and it's going to tell you the exact same shit says you have to pay. Income within. Income within is the same definitions as income without. So what makes the difference between you paying and not paying? What you put down in front of the naturalization clerk. I want you to let you know that every HR on a job is a clerk that's going to naturalize your ass into the United States by your own paperwork. Every bank, what they call the bank tellers.
Clerks.
And depending on what you put on their applications is whether you pay. U.S. citizen pays taxes.